Good to see you, Sean. Thanks for joining. So Sean, I was just letting people know there's going to be a 30-second delay between this and Facebook Live. And some people might be phoning in, so we'll just be flexible with that, but everyone has copies of the slides.
Perfect.
Awesome. Nathan, are we looking clear on Facebook? Good size screen. Thanks. Let's give it about 2-3 more minutes, and then we'll go ahead and jump in, okay?
Yep. Yes, we are. Yes, we are. But yes.
Eric, do you want to stay on video all the time or off until we?
It's up to you. We're going to be doing a recording, so if people don't want to, that's totally fine. Okay. But yeah, no, you can keep your video on if you would like. Okay. Thank you, everyone who's been chiming in. We're just going to give it another few minutes till we get a couple more of a quorum, and then we'll get started. Thank you, everyone who's been tuning in. We're just going to give it a couple more minutes just to get a few more people who have signed up, and then we'll get started. I'll give that 2 more minutes. All right, so as we get started, I'm just going to go over some logistics for our fun presentation that we'll be having tonight. So welcome everyone to our kickoff program. You'll notice if you are viewing in through Zoom and you hover towards the bottom of your screen, there is a bubble with a chat option. If you have any questions throughout our packed but exhilarating presentation, please pop those right into the chat, and our co-host Jeremy will be making sure that those questions get answered or saved for our question and answer section to follow. And I think with that, we are looking good. So thank you everyone for joining our kickoff into summer and Get Pumped presentation, our big coming out to the community launch. And we are so very excited to have everyone here today. Next slide. So our program is the HeatSmart FLX South program. We are one of 22 sister programs spread throughout the state. We are community-based, and our goal is to also provide not only support to enable and empower you to get the information that you need to adopt heat pumps for your heating and cooling needs for your home or small business, but also to take advantage of all sorts of great weatherization opportunities and programs as well. Through that, we also can provide unbiased support with one of my guests tonight, Jeremy Koo. Jeremy, if you wanted to say hi.
Good evening. Well, evening, everyone. My name is Jeremy Koo from campus. I'm a technical consultant I've been working with New York State and with all of the clean heating and cooling communities on issues related to reducing energy usage in buildings for past 5 years or so now. And it's been a pleasure to work with Erica and her team on the HeatSmart FLX program, as well as the other communities around. So here to answer any questions that you might have.
Thanks, Jeremy. So along with that, why is our program exist in the community? So we are here to help decrease our heating and cooling costs throughout the various regions we serve. Those include Schuyler, Seneca, Steuben, and Yates. And we're going to be chatting with partners and all sorts of other wonderful people throughout our presentation from those areas that you might live, work, or play in. We also have a goal of helping to increase comfort, health, and safety while decreasing our fossil fuel usage and to lower carbon footprint. And we are supported through NYSERDA, New York State Energy and Research Development Authority. And our specific program is housed at the Cornell Cooperative Extension Office over in Schuyler County. So over 100 years of support in the community with extension offices and also with support from our amazing governments and partners. Next slide. So who is this program for? We found out what counties we serve, and if you are tuning in from another county, welcome. We can connect you to a sister program. This is all applicable. And this program is really essentially for homeowners, renters, landlords. Maybe you own a small business or you are involved in a nonprofit. Next slide. So as I mentioned in a sneak peek earlier in our discussion, we're going to be hearing from our teammates today. Taking a look at some of our partners, some of our local government supporters, hearing from a representative from NYSERDA, one of our colleagues. We'll be chatting with some friends and neighbors about their experiences in participating with our program or helping out with our program, and also get a sneak peek to chat with our contractor teammates before the following session, along with touching on some of the different types of services we offer with weatherization options and different types of heat pumps that you might want to adopt into your home. Next slide. So I want to give a very warm welcome to our dear partners, both of those who have started with us since October and way beyond the inception of this program, and also to some of our newer programs. So I would like to first introduce Arlene. Arlene, go ahead and introduce yourself and please continue to explain your work with our program.
Good evening. My name is Arlene Wilson. I'm the Executive Director for Yates County Cooperative Extension, and we're one of the partner cooperative extensions that are part of this organization. And so I've taken on the role as Erica's cheerleader and warm-up act. So I have introduced her to county legislators and to key community partner organizations such as Our Town Rocks and the Windmill, which is our great farmers market. You should stop by on a Saturday. It's a lot of fun. It's on top of the hill. Look for the Windmill. And so again, just looking at those opportunities for Erica to promote the program and to educate the community. And Yates County, we're a rural community with just under 27,000 people. So we're very spread out. And so also invited Erica onto a radio program, WFLR, to talk about the program. And that's a great way to reach out. And so we're very excited to partner, and we're very excited to lend staff time for this, for the advisory group, as well as a former board member who's involved with the chamber is also on the advisory committee. And we also have one of our local businesses as one of the providers. So you definitely will get to work with local businesses and buy local. Thank you.
Exactly. And I'd love to also have, if the executive directors would like to virtually step forward and introduce themselves, who are also sister programs of ours and Arlene's. Go right ahead. Tess, would you like to go first, then Abe and Nathan?
Good evening. My name is Tess McKinley, and I'm the Executive Director for Cornell Cooperative Extension of Steuben County. I've been on the group to help pick some of our contractors, which is exciting. And we also had Erica for a speaker series in Steuben, so we were really excited to have her there too. So thank you for having me tonight.
Thanks, Tess. And we'll welcome Abe onto the screen.
I'm Abe Botter. I'm the Executive Director in Seneca County, and just like Tess and Arlene, we are absolutely thrilled to have Erica joining us in our counties to help kick this off. I can hopefully take a little bit of credit. The other organization you'll see on there is STEPS, and I'm heavily involved in STEPS with Seneca County, and so I made that introduction. And Arlene, we'll have to figure out if Erica was on WGVA or WFLR first, so we can fight over that. But we are just thrilled to be part of this program.
Thanks, Abe. And Nathan is our fearless leader, who's also helping out on the Facebook Live right now. So Nathan, if you can pull yourself away for a few minutes and introduce yourself, we'd love to hear from you.
Sure, thank you. So Nathan Scott, I'm the Executive Director here in Schuyler County of Cornell Cooperative Extension. And we are really pleased to have the program, the HeatSmart, the Southern Finger Lakes HeatSmart program based here. We are really, it's a tremendous program and a real asset to the community, and not just to Schuyler County, but to the surrounding communities as well. And we really feel that Erica and this program are just adding a great deal of service, and it's a real necessity to help all of the communities in the surrounding areas find inexpensive ways to really convert their energy use. So it's a pleasure to have Erica here. It's a pleasure to have the program based here. And a big thanks to all of you, the partners who are working closely who've been working closely and supporting Erica and supporting this program. So a hearty thanks to you from Cornell Cooperative Extension, Schuyler County. Thank you so much for being here tonight.
Thank you, everyone. You've been an amazing team to work with. And I'd love to introduce, I know Abe gave a sneak preview, but we have Teresa and Kim with us from the STEPS program. So I will let them take the stage.
Hi there, everybody. So yeah, definitely Abe deserves some credit. It's not our first time working together. We're very grateful for the partnership and the collaboration with Seneca County CCE. I love that Arlene had mentioned Our Town Rocks. We are a neighborhood health improvement initiative in the southern end of the county.
Okay.
So as you know, Our Town Rocks was also funded by our Greater Rochester Health Foundation and sponsored by Say2 Rural Health Network. I'm the project coordinator. We have a small staff. Kim is our engagement person. We have another gal that is really, we're all quite eager to promote and collaborate on this project, because we believe that in STEPS that the context in which we live, our opportunities to healthy homes, and just the idea that there's a lot of energy around reducing fossil fuel, and this resident driven project is something that I think that we're going to see a lot of people rally around, or we hope to. Erica had presented to our Improving the Physical Environment work group last month and intends to return for June 3rd. Abe leads that group. So we're very excited to do that. Again, this aligns perfectly with our goals for increasing and our long-term goal for increasing health and well-being of our residents in the southern end of the county. So thank you for having us.
Thank you so much. Teresa and Kim, did you want to say hi and pop on screen? Because I know a lot of people recognize you.
Yeah, I think I don't know, I think I'm somewhere, but maybe I'm not. Oh, there I am. Yes, hi everybody. It's really good to be here. I'm super excited about this program, and actually as a resident of Seneca County, I'm hoping to take advantage of this. My husband and I have already met with Erica, and so we're hoping a lot of local people will engage with this amazing project. So thank you.
Thank you so much, everyone. We are going to hop to our next slide. So Jeremy, take it away with that. And I wanted to give like a hearty thanks and welcome, especially when our program first came on. We were looking for a lot of local government support in our efforts to help spread the word to the larger parts of the constituents that they serve. So I would like to finally introduce our representative chatting to represent the Steuben County, as well as the mayor of Village of Montour Falls. So we'll have Tess take the lead on that to start.
Thank you, Erica. So I didn't really do a lot of work when it came to the resolution of support. It was mostly Erica, so we'll give kudos to her. But pretty much the Steuben County Legislature received a presentation from Erica on just the great things that heat pumps do. And they did pass a resolution in support of the FLX South HeatSmart program. So we were really excited that they were willing to do that. And a lot of the legislators reached out to Erica after the presentation so that they could bring the information back to their townships, which was wonderful. And many of them had further questions about how this can support the residents of Steuben. So if anybody's interested in doing that in their county or in their region, please reach out to Erica, and I can definitely vouch for how easy it was to do.
Awesome. Thanks so much, Tess. And we'll bring on board Jim Ryan with the Village of Montour Falls.
Thank you, Erica, and everyone. I'm going to echo a lot of things, Tess, that you said. Erica was the driving force. She presented to the village board, and I've been very fortunate. My village board has been very supportive of the direction I've been taking the community since we started Sustainable Montour Falls. And it didn't take very long for them to come to the conclusion that this resolution was the right thing to do for the community. The resolution was passed unanimously, so we've been able to move forward with that. We've been doing some other things that this resolution is supporting within Sustainable Montour Falls, some of the other initiatives we've taken place. And I got to say, I have a personal interest in this as well. I guess if I'm going to lead by example, I'm going to jump right in with both feet. And I think I was calling Erica saying, how do I get my house energy efficient? How do I get somebody up to look and do some work on my property? And Erica says, slow down. I was 2 steps ahead of her at the time, but I guess she caught up, and we're working together to get all of those things done.
That's great. And we'll be hearing from Jim a little later on more of his exploration and what he's been up to. So stay tuned and keep hanging on with us. Jeremy, can we flip over to next slide, please? All right, so now I would love to introduce our big kahuna, Donovan Gordon. He is, I said that we have 22 sister programs and more to come throughout the state. And he is the lead director of the Clean Heating Cooling Program, of which we are one of. So Donovan, please take it away. And we're very excited to share this experience with you.
Well, thank you very much, Erica. First of all, you are the most important person in this event tonight and throughout this campaign. Your energy and your enthusiasm is awesome. And I am thrilled and really happy with the investment that NYSERDA is making in this initiative. So I guess we can go to the next slide, Jeremy. What I want to state, and I guess, Erica, I have to give you credit for that caption there, the health of the health of our home, planet Earth. That wasn't my idea, that was yours, right? So that's really important because as far as humanity has been able to see or go, we've not found a place like home. We've not found another place like Earth with water and a place to live. So we really need to take care of this planet. So what I want to show you is a graph of the carbon emissions in New York State by fuel type, because this is important because we're trying to reduce carbon emissions. I think we could all agree that reducing carbon emissions and polluting the atmosphere and the environment is a good idea, particularly if it does not compromise our way of life and standard of living, which is certainly what we're trying to do here. And from this graph, you can see that 33%, 32% of the carbon emissions in New York State comes from HVAC systems of residential and commercial buildings. And another, 41% comes from transportation. So 74% of our emissions come from transportation and buildings. And we have a goal codified in law to reduce that by 85% by 2050. So we have a lot of work ahead of us. And this type of effort here is really, really important. These are grassroots efforts, localized, customized to suit your local needs. You know, we could always do state-run programs, but it's not always conducive to the local community and their flavors and tastes and appetites. So this is really a wonderful program that we're doing. Now, the other graph, the smaller one, breaks it out by fuel type. So as you can see, of the 32%, 20% of that is natural gas. So we really, at some point, need to address that. So we can go to the next slide. Oh, but before we go there, the one captured equals about 181 million metric tons of carbon, and we want to reduce that by 85%. Next slide. So now that we know that a third of the emissions comes from the combustion of a fossil fuel, now let's take a look at the average home energy use, what you actually using this energy on. And as you can see here, between space heating, water heating, and cooling, that's like 70-some-odd% of the energy use in your home. That's for space heating, cooling, and hot water. So we really need to address the HVAC side of things. And this is what this campaign, HeatSmart, is trying to do in converting these fossil fuel-based homes to clean heating and cooling. So I will turn it back over to you, Erica, to take everybody through the rest of the presentation.
Thank
do
you.
Your thing. Again, I love your enthusiasm.
Thank you so much, Donovan, for being here. And thank you for all of our speakers who've gone so far and more to come. So yeah, so what are these pathways? I alluded to weatherization, so weatherizing the space you live, work, or play in. And then, you know, if you're ready for that step, installing a heat pump for clean heating and cooling. Next slide. So what is weatherization? We hear that term, what does it mean? So I like to think of it in the term of sweater building blocks. So if you think about as if you are your home in a sense. And right now in the summer months, but a couple of weeks ago, I know a couple of weekends ago, it was pretty frigid outside. So I want you to imagine a couple of weeks ago when it was really cold and you put on your coziest, comfiest sweater. Maybe it has a wild animal pattern on it, what have you. And that is your insulation. So you go outside with your sweater, which is your insulation, and you're walking out. Maybe it's around what I call the country block, or maybe you live in town and you're going around a block in the city. And you walk around the bend and all of a sudden this cold whoosh of air goes right through your insulation, your sweater. So you run back to the house, you pop on a windbreaker, which is your air sealing, and you walk back out and you go around the bend and you brace yourself for that cold air, but you don't feel it because you, like what you can do for your home, have your insulation air sealing. So those are really the building blocks of what is looked at. But how do we figure out how that is in our home? Next slide. So to help us figure out what's going on in our home, there is a free or no cost energy audit that you can do through our program. This is where a certified contractor comes out to the home and they check for air leaks, what's going on with your insulation. I know there's a lot of older housing stock where you are, so maybe your insulation is settled. They'll look at health and safety aspects. They can look at your current HVAC or other energy efficiency of your appliances. And sometimes at the same time, you can wrap that up into looking at heat pump opportunities. Jim, did you have something? I don't want to spoil the surprise for later, but did you have something like this done for your home?
Yes, I did. That was the first step I took to complete my future project.
Awesome. Yeah, Jim had Helco come out, but I won't say much more because he'll share that event. So that usually takes about 1 to 3 hours. It's a great learning experience where you can pull together the information you know about your home, and then the contractor can do detective work to figure out what's causing some of those concerns or issues. All right, next slide. So there are actually funds available for all income levels when it comes to this. Again, anyone can have access to the free energy audit or no cost energy audit through our program. And I'm just going to touch lightly on these incentives, and then you'll have to stay tuned for an upcoming program where we'll dig a little deeper. But for any households who are HEAP income eligible, that means for households making less than $60,000 for a family of 4, you could get up to $10,000 of free monies for those sweater building blocks of insulation, air sealing, and other energy efficiency upgrades. If you are a NYSERDA major utility customer, you can access that. If you are through municipal electric, we would probably focus more on what it's called the Weatherization Assistance Program. And that is also same income eligibility and can provide up to $6,000 of free monies for energy upgrades and some other things that might be of interest for your home. We're also going to jump into assisted home performance, another program for major utility electric persons, and that is a matching program. So if you're a household of 4 making less than $120,000, we can look at doing matching funds of up to $5,000. If you live in a multifamily home, chat with us because the dollar amounts are a little greater. And finally, if you're like, oh, I just need a bit of support, but my income is above those amounts, never fear, there's still a fit. There is something, if you are through a major utility company, called the Comfort Home Program. And this is a program that provides incentives for various tiers of work you might want to get done for those building blocks of $1,000 to $4,000. And it can help also get your home heat pump ready at the same time. Next slide. All right, so I did notice that we had 1 or more small businesses signed up for our presentation tonight, or maybe you're just interested for some place that you visit on a daily basis. So there are, for small businesses and nonprofits, something called a low cost energy options. So there's a program through NYSERDA that Donovan had introduced called the Green Jobs Green New York Energy Study. You can be through any type of electricity, municipal electric, NYSEG electric, etc. And this provides an unbiased comprehensive study where they go throughout your facility and they figure out what's going on with your lighting, your HVAC Donovan touched on, your hot water system, and those sweater building blocks we talked about. So they will create this big report for you where it's all these different findings and ideas for you to pick from. And that's a report that you can hang on for decades to come with support. So for our region, that's through Tatum Engineering. They can also look at doing a no-cost clean heating and cooling screening for heat pumps. And then once you're decided that you're ready to go, we'll connect you with one of our team contractors you'll be meeting a little later. Again, this is for an opportunity that covers a vast amount of utility customers. Next slide. All right. So we looked a little bit at residential incentives with different income eligibilities, but what about if I'm a small business? So I just wanted to touch on this briefly, but the USDA has a program called REAP, short for the Rural Energy for America program. And that is eligibility for any rural small business or agriculture producer within the region. I think I looked up a lot of addresses across our Fort Cairo region. I think we pretty much all fall under that, even if you live in Montour Falls or possibly Penn. So that can be an option. They do competitive grants on a rolling basis that come up twice a year in the fall and the spring. And they also have loan options as well. If you are with your major utility like NYSEG, There's a lighting retrofit program that you can explore that can cover roughly 80% of the costs. They have tons of commercial and industrial rebates, and they have special heat pump incentives that they gauge by annual energy savings. If you are with municipal electric, never fear. There are also additional incentives as well. And if we have time a bit later, we'll dig into those. Next slide. All right, so we talked about the SWOTR building blocks of weatherization, the energy audit, what to expect, what happens, and then some ideas. So what about the next step? So we would be exploring what are called heat pumps, and these are used for heating and cooling your homes. And we're going to be chatting about two different versions. I like to think of it as like the trunk of the tree is heat pumps, and on one branch we have air source, and on the other branch we have ground source. So let's dig into those. Next slide. All right, but first, wait, what is a heat pump? Maybe this is something you've heard about, maybe not. 3 years ago, I'd never heard of a heat pump. So you actually have one in your home right now. It's called your refrigerator. Your refrigerator, as you notice, stays nice and cool. And if you have the old-fashioned type with the coils on the back or down below and you put your hand there, it's a bit hot. And that's because it is in the cooling phase. So our traditional heating systems we have for our homes take a lot of energy because they have to burn something to create heat. So whether you're burning wood, you're burning fuel oil, etc., it takes a lot of energy to create heat. But heat pumps are a lot more efficient and use the existing air, meaning heat and coolness around them through a magical liquid that they contain. So even in the winter, they can suck the heat out of the air or the ground, depending the type of heat pump, and they can transfer the heat into or out of the space as needed. Next slide. All right. So air source heat pumps are one version. They are 2 to 3 times more energy efficient than our standard propane, fuel oil, electric resistance heating, which can get pretty pricey during the cold months. They can come in 2 formats. You can have a retrofit into existing ductwork, or you can have something called a mini split system. I joke it's called mini split because half the unit's outside, half on the inside. That's not totally accurate, but it's pretty fun to say. So the outdoor unit sits outside. That's the image we see on the right, hugs next to the house or building, and is a condenser unit. And the little tail coming out the back is the coolant line that goes into various parts of the home you'd like to heat or cool. So you would have a separate unit, that's the image we see on the left, that is either wall mounted or floor mounted to provide heating and or cooling for space that you would like to do so. Usually you get like a little remote control, or you can do it manually on the device. So the average incentive that we've seen through one of our sister programs who've done some research, thank you to HeatSmart Tompkins, on average, the incentive is roughly $2,500 to $6,000. And there are also partial heating options and incentives as well. Next slide. Ground source heat pumps are the sister version, and they are 4 to 5 times more efficient than those expensive fossil fuels. Again, propane, oil, and electric resistance. You can get them in 2 versions, either ducted. So it could be a retrofit, or ducts could be put in your basement if it is compatible, or a possible attic. Or you can have what is called a hydronic or water-based system. Depending on the temperature and other interesting things to do with your current water-based system, one of our contractor teammates can assess if it could be compatible, or maybe you could put in something like a radiant floor heat and such if you're doing a new build. So lots of flexibility. The outside portion can come in a trench form where they dig about 6+ feet down and lay a bunch of coolant lines, takes up a bunch of space. Or if you need something more compact or based on where you live, there's another version that drills a well, kind of like a water well, but not as deep. They're a lot more efficient because it has a stable temperature underground where those coolant lines live. And the average incentive is just under $4,000 to $9,000 we see on average for those homes. Next slide. Some low-hanging fruit, which can be really fun, is installing a heat pump water heater. These are really great, no matter if you have an on-demand water heater or a one that's like energy efficient. These are still 2 to 3 times more efficient than that. They are creatures of habit and love living in your basement. They are a bit taller than average, so about 6 feet tall. And the great thing is if you have a bit of a damp basement, they provide dehumidification, which can be really helpful. And they use that indoor air space around in your basement to help create that hot water. And there are incentives through both NYSERDA and Municipal Electric, which are pretty comparable for those as well. Next slide. All right, so how are we doing? I think most people are still awake, so we're going to energize and get funky with. Next slide. Ask me why I'm pumped. So there are a lot of benefits with heat pumps, and on our list, we have a lot of different reasons, and none of them are right or wrong. And if you have your own reason, that's probably correct too. So different benefits we can see are cost savings down to a third of the cost. So if you're heating with that fuel, propane, oil, electric resistance, you can really see prices go down for your heating needs. They work in our cold climate. Yes, even in our northern frigid temperatures, they can heat and cool. Most types of heat pumps can do that. They provide a lot of health and safety aspects, and they can lower carbon footprint, and they're super easy to take care of. Next slide. So just to break this down, we're just going to touch briefly on these so we can get to our exciting part of our rest of our presenters. But basically, we're looking at a graph that shows our fossil fuel systems of the more expensive type we mentioned being pretty pricey, ranging, $2,500 to $3,500 plus, give or take. And then we see our heat pumps with the gold star, which are just over 1,000. So these are just ballpark numbers, but just shows that you can see a lot of increased savings by adopting a heat pump into your home. Next slide. All right, demonstrated by the penguin, we can heat and cool, so that's easy to chat about. Next slide. They really help improve health and indoor air quality and outdoor air quality in the sense of nothing's burned or combusted. So we don't have anything going out into the air that we're breathing in our home. It can really help with asthma and COPD. The mini split types of air source heat pumps, that's the unit per space, as well as the different ducted systems for air ground source heat pumps, can help dehumidify the space when they're in cooling phase in our summer or warm months. And a lot of mini splits comes with allergy cartridges. Next slide. Safety-wise, they provide a lot of peace of mind. You don't have to worry about gas leaks, chimney fires. There's no creosote buildup. There's no worry about CO poisoning. So if you're in a tight position, or maybe you're in a place of government leadership and you've heard of issues of fatalities or sickness where families are trying to heat with their stoves, heat pumps, you can afford to heat at a reasonable temperature, so you're not having to be in that type of position. So they can be a really safe option, and there's no tripping hazards for our furry friends or our children. Next slide. All right, so I'm going to be quiet because I would like to pass over the show to some of our other star guests today about who is adopting in our community. Next slide. And we'll start off with Jim.
Hey, thank you again. Yes, it was St. Patty's Day, and I had a heat audit done at my house. I figured if I'm going to lead our community into a sustainable community, I need to experience all the things that I want them to try. So I had Halco come out and do a heat energy audit of my house, and I guess I did really well because the suggestions were very, minor. I was expecting some larger suggestions, but I was lucky enough to what I had to do. Maybe we're going to do some insulating in the basement, and we're going to tighten up an attic door going to the attic from the second floor. So that was exciting. Also, I'm fortunate enough to have a mother-in-law apartment, although it's my mother who lives there. And she's 89 years old, and I felt that I wanted to give her a better air conditioning this summer. So we are going to talk about putting in a heat pump, air conditioning and heating for her in that space. And in the discussion looking at going forward, we're talking about some things with NYSERDA. Well, some of the opportunities that I could put forth in my personal space, and exploring and engineering the ground source heat pump as well. It just so happens that this past winter, my gas-fired furnace is basically on its last leg. I spent more time in the basement with a hammer tapping on it than I did upstairs enjoying the air that came out warm. I think I got wasted a lot of energy running up and downstairs. I felt like I was that Christmas story where the Bumpkiskus dogs are upstairs eating the turkey while I'm downstairs working on the basement. So with that, been exploring with some of the NYSERDA programs, looking at what is available. And I was excited to see things such as the bridge loan for financing and some of the other financing options, because looking at the system, I'm looking for those fiduciary incentives are going to be there. And I want to look at those closer, because when I advise someone in my community about going in this direction to get a heat audit and maybe consider changing the way they heat your home, I want to be able to say that I've done it too, and I've experienced it every step of the way.
Oh, awesome. Well, thank you, Jim, so much for sharing your experience. And I'm sure we'll have some follow-up to that. So stay tuned for future presentations, maybe starring Jim.
Thank you.
All right. Next slide, please. All right, so I'd like to introduce Patty. So Patty, why don't you go ahead and share what's been going on in your home?
Okay, well, thanks, Erica, for having me and for all your help, because like most people have said, without Erica, I don't think I would have ever gotten a heat pump water heater. I had always looked at a on-demand water heater to replace mine. I moved into my house a couple years ago, and there was a really old rusty water heater there. So I was thinking on demand to be energy efficient. And then when Erica was helping me with the heat pump water or heat pump heat for my daughter's house, she said something about heat pump water heaters. And I'm like, oh, well, that's interesting. And so I looked into it, and then she said there was an incentive. And so I looked into that. And when I looked into that, it really said something about, you have to have an installer fill out the information. And I'm like, well, my brother's going to install it. And Erica said, oh, that's no problem. There's a self-install incentive too. So without her helping me all along the way, it probably would have never happened, because it just seemed like there was, these little roadblocks. But every time I asked Erica something, she would respond and it would get answered. So I was happy to get the heat pump water heater, and we finally got it in my basement. That was the biggest obstacle, is trying to get it down my basement stairs, but that happened. And last week my brother actually finally installed it for me, and that's a picture of it on the screen. So I am happy. I mean, I really don't have a lot of experience with it yet, but it's really cool. It hooks up to Wi-Fi, and you can run it from your phone, and you can do all kinds of things, but I haven't figured it all out yet.
That sounds great. And yeah, Patty and I had a lot of great conversations. Some of the evenings I worked later, and it timed well when she got home from work, because she also works on extension. So I had a lot of fun too. And the more if I couldn't find an answer, it was that more the challenge and excitement to find the answer for the next person too. So thank you so much, Patty. And as we're just looking at the screen, the original cost was roughly $1,300 plus that tax and delivery fee. And with the incentives, it brought it down to just over $800. And because the running cost is so low at $104 a year, we'll see how much that adds up to Patty in reality. The payback's going to be super quick. So thank you so much. And Patty's going to stick around because she's actually going to tell another story. So we'll go to the next slide.
Yeah. So my daughter actually moved into my grandparents' very old home, and it has radiator heat from fuel oil. So it has never been updated. That was put in the house when it was built by my grandparents back in the 1930s. And so I actually had told my daughter about doing the energy audit, because I had that done at my house when I moved in. So we had that done, and had insulation and things done like Jim was talking about. But I didn't really know anything about any incentives for furnaces and all that. And Erica actually gave a presentation at one of our CCE staff meetings. And I'm like, that sounds interesting. Maybe there's something we can do. So I got in touch with Erica. And again, she was just super helpful. And she's held my hand through the whole thing, because it's been quite a long process. But again, if it hadn't been for her being a liaison with everything, it would have made it a lot tougher on me to get it done. But it's a great, I mean, it's a great system. I didn't know much about them, just like Erica said, she didn't either. And then Erica actually hooked me up with a woman who has a heat pump in her home. So I was able to talk to someone who actually has one and has experience using one. So that was really helpful because, you know, you have all these questions about, you know, will it work in my house and what is it like? I mean, you have little units that sit in your rooms. And so you have all these questions about what it's actually going to be like. And so she was able to give me someone's number who would talk to me about it. And that was really helpful too. So we are worked through the whole thing and it's going to be replaced. It hasn't happened yet, but we're on the calendar sort of. So it's going to happen soon and we won't have to have fuel oil in the house anymore. It'll be electric. It'll be great. And not only that, but we'll only be paying $1,000 for this $16,000 system because of the incentives and you know, Paige's income being low and there being this great program for the heat pump heaters. So I'm excited for it to be installed. And not only that, but there will also be air conditioning, which we didn't know when we were first talking about it. And the house has never had air conditioning. So that will be awesome because it's a 2-story Cape Cod. And so it gets very hot upstairs. So they will really like that. And just to replace all that old equipment and, you know, have something energy efficient and, you know, electric is going to be great.
Yeah, Patty, thank you so much. And we've been really pleased. Helco has been the contractor helping out as part of Paige's story. And so we're very excited. We'll be hearing a bit from them later. So Patty, thank you so much for sharing your and your daughter's experience. So we'll hop to the next slide and chat with another exciting person. All right, so Tess, why don't you go ahead and take it away?
Sure, thank you. So we've had our air source heat pump for 11 months now. The NYSERDA HeatSmart FLX South program wasn't around then. So luckily my husband is very handy. He can do a lot of remodeling and things like that. And so we actually installed the heat pump ourselves. I wouldn't recommend that for your average Joe. But he did do it. And I think the biggest positive about this is not hearing, you know, the grumbling and the groaning when carrying big, heavy air conditioners up the stairs for the bedrooms in the summer. That was a big deal. And just like having a nice transition of air conditioning in the summer, not having to like deal with heavy units. And then in the winter, when we had the heat on, it was so nice. It's just very easy to use. It does take a little getting used to because like we used to like put our house down to like 58 degrees at night and then put it back up to like 60 in the morning. And then when we got home from work, have it at 68. And it doesn't really work that way with heat pumps. And but it actually worked out well for us this year, especially with COVID and working from home more often. So we've really enjoyed our heat pump. And another big thing that helped us was because we installed it ourselves, we didn't know about all the incentives out there. And then Erica came around and was telling us about the program. And because of her presentation that she did for our county legislatures, I learned about IEEP. And I was able to get $500 check mailed right to me just for having this heat pump installed, even though we did it ourselves without a general contractor. So if anybody has any questions about it being used, please let me know. We are thinking about getting one for our barn someday because we have our remodeled barn as well. And we are thinking about doing a water heat pump for our house at some point as well. So, that's
awesome.
it.
Thanks, Tess, for sharing your story. So yeah, so Tess lives over in Bath, and so she's a municipal electric customer. And so we're excited that we could actually find updates and incentives through the municipal electric company IEP she mentioned. So since Tess got those incentives, they have switched over and the amounts have gone up, which is exciting for the barn. And so right now with the new incentives, they do require to have people contractors install it. The heat pump water heaters you can still self-install as well. So this is amazing. Thank you everyone for sharing your wonderful stories, and we're excited to hear more. So thank you all so much. Next slide, please. All right. So doing a teaser to hopefully keep you all on for after the main part of our presentation, I would like to go ahead and do a brief introduction of each of the teammates that I have been surprisingly happy to wake up at 6 a.m. in the morning to meet with every other week. So I will go ahead and first bring on our crew from Daily.
Sorry, Eric, I was a little full.
It's okay, don't get hit by that lacrosse ball.
I was at a lacrosse game and everything was going haywire. Hi, my name's Ryan. Daily, I own Daily Electric and Penny Inn. My dad started the business in the mid 90s, and I took over from him in the early 2000s. Kept it pretty much family oriented. My dad and mom still work there, and my wife Leah runs our office and pretty much runs everything. We have 20 guys on staff right now, basically specializing in geothermal installations and some air source heat pump installations. We also do small commercial and lots of residential plumbing and electric. Excited to be a member here with Erica and her crew. We've been part of the Binghamton HeatSmart program and the Tompkins program also. And just looking forward to putting lots of geosystems in.
Nice, thanks Ryan. And we'll hear more from Ryan coming up. So we'll have Helco step up next to say hi.
Thank you. Hello, everybody. Thanks for being here tonight. I didn't know Halco was going to be so famous as we go through these slides. I'm glad I washed my car that day before Jim took the picture.
Yep.
And that was also a picture of me pointing at the mini split in one of those slides from years ago. Anywho, my name is Matt Dennis with Halco Energy. Super happy to be here. Tell you a little bit about Halco. We've been in business since 1984. We are a whole home performance contractor. And what that means is we do everything. As our motto is, yes, we do that. So if it has to do with home energy and home comfort, we are really a one-stop shop. HVAC, heating, plumbing, electric, insulation, geothermal, air source heat pumps, heat pump water heaters, and we can top it all off with solar. And we also have a litany of other services that we do. So pretty much anything, any problems you have, we come into your house, we can take care of it. We have 160 employees. We're open 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 365 days a year. That's not just a boast. If you call us at 2 a.m. on a Sunday, a real life, living, breathing human being at the office will answer the phone. We do have an overnight staff of folks that prefer to work overnight. So we don't make them. It's voluntary. But so if you call us, you're always going to talk to somebody. And the reason we really emphasize that is that, we have a dedicated service department of about 40 HVAC techs, plumbers, electricians that are on the road every day. So if there's ever an issue, we want to be the ones you call. We've been working with the HeatSmart programs from day one when it was just a gleam in the eye of the folks at HeatSmart Tompkins, and it's just exploded over the years into this now statewide movement, which is awesome. So it's great because we've been doing this the whole time, and it was nice that people jumped on board. So. But at the end of the day, because we offer so much and we can do so much, we want customers for life. We want to take care of your problems, and we're just super happy to be part of this. And hopefully we can help you out. And
Matt, don't spoil it all. We got to save some for the next session. We'll hear more from Matt soon. Don't worry. We have some very talented teammates and can't wait to share them more with you. But why don't we have Steve step on up for Lake Country Geothermal.
Thanks, Erica. I'm Steve Cooper. I own Lake Country Geothermal. As the name implies, we are focused on geothermal heat pumps, at least for the time being. We've got seven of us on the team. We're pretty small at the moment, but we're growing pretty rapidly. We primarily focus on residential and light commercial. We'll do retrofits or new builds. We can do distribution systems that are forced air. Those are kind of easy peasy, as well as hydronic or water-based systems. So if you've been told that you've got baseboard and you can't convert to geothermal, that's not true. It's a little more challenging in terms of the engineering, but it's very doable. Geothermal systems are just extraordinarily adaptable to virtually any existing system. Yeah, with that, I'm delighted to be on the HeatSmart team. This is my first venture in HeatSmart. I'm so excited to see where we're going to go.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Steve. We're excited to do the journey with you. And we'll have Van He Mechanical up next to polish off our teammate intros.
Thank you, Erica. My name is Kevin Moravik. I'm the president of Van He Mechanical, as well as Barney Moravik Incorporated, a drilling company that's established in 1934. Most people in and around the area, we've probably drilled a well for you or dealt with a pump issue. Van He was established in 1959, installed the first geothermal system in 1983. Long running history of geothermal. We specialize in ground source heat pumps, air source heat pumps. We do a lot of hydronic applications. We do multifamily, anywhere from 1 to 4 units to 120 unit buildings. And for the most part, if there's an application in a home, like Steve says, we can find a solution for you. And look forward to working with the program and all of the members and all of our teammates here to make Finger Lakes the leading region in heat pump adoption.
Sounds good. I want to take on that venture. Thanks, Kevin, for polishing us off. And we'll go to the next slide and chat with Abe for a little bit to, oh, I forgot one thing, sorry. So one thing I did want to mention that could come up as a question is asking yourself not, can I afford this, but can I continue to afford heating this way I do? So I want to take a few moments to kind of dwell on that because, you know, that can mean financially, can I afford it? That can be something like what Donovan mentioned with the health of our planet and our, you know, children, our grandchildren, maybe we have some pets that might outlive us. So that can mean many things in different ways to different people, but I just wanted to kind of leave with that thought. And now, Abe, I will have you roll us out to conclude our main portion of our presentation. Next slide.
Next slide. Well, thank you to everyone, all of our presenters. We've got great partners across Schuyler, Seneca, Steuben, and Yates counties. Erica, you did a great job putting all this together. I know I'm pumped for all of this, and we just have a great team. Our Cornell Cooperative Extension communication teammates across the counties have been putting out information. I'd like to thank our local papers for showcasing our press releases and helping us get the word out. Scott and Sue at NYSERDA and Jeremy at Cadmus for his unbiased support. Thank you so much. And thank all of you for coming tonight. If you're not excited, I don't know what's going on because I know I'm excited to try to get all of this going both in the county, and actually everybody's been talking about how Erica has helped. So she's also helping my little church in Willard track down some energy audits, and we will hopefully be getting rid of the 2 ugly old oil furnaces at some point here. Next slide. So very important. There will be a survey that you can take to please complete. You can either use the link or contact us for a paper copy. But the cool thing about this is that you will be entered in a opportunity to win free local wine tastings. And let's see, Erica had told me that they were going to add to this list, and I can tell you without a doubt that I have tried wines from each one of these wineries, and you will want to go ahead and take the survey to make sure that your name's entered into the drawing. And it's a great thank you. We live in the best wine producing region in actually in the world, and so take advantage of this. And thank you to all of our wineries for helping to donate for the door prize.
And if I could just quickly jump in to say that the survey is in the chat link. So if you want to do the survey right now, or at the conclusion of this, you can just click on the chat link where the survey is there.
Thank you, Nathan. Next slide. So for those of you who can stay on, please do and meet our contractor teammates. They gave you each a little bit of what they do and what their companies are like, but they will stick around to answer some more questions. We're going to have about a 30-minute meet and greet following this and learn more about each one of them. I've got to find out if Ryan actually is doing youth lacrosse or if that was the high school team, because I used to do youth lacrosse at Geneva. So
Youth lacrosse.
Youth lacrosse. Yeah, we got you a couple times, but not very often.
A couple years will be good.
Next slide. And so there is Erica's contact information and everything that you need to contact with a program. I urge you to find us on Facebook and to like that page and keep track. HeatSmart FLXS at cornell.edu is the email. And so with that, I will turn it back over to Erica.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much again. Again, to reiterate what Nathan mentioned, there's a link in the Facebook stream in the chat section under there if you are joining us from Facebook. And if you're joining us on Zoom, please go ahead and click on that link or save it for later. You have plenty of time. We are going to be doing the drawing on the 8th of June, so make sure you have it in before that date. Otherwise, if you're calling in, thank you also for joining us and your time, and I hope that the slides were helpful, and please feel to reach out. So with that, Jeremy, I think we can go ahead and stop sharing screen, and we will buzz right into our Q&A from questions that have been collected on Facebook and also on Zoom, and we will chat more with our contractors. So thank you for those of you who are continuing to stay on with us. So I think we're going to do a round robin with our contractors of a fun little question, and then we'll ask another question of them, and then we'll hop right into the Q&A. So I would like to first go around in honor of it being almost summer, maybe not officially, but very close. I want to ask each of our contractors, what is your favorite summer treat? So I will pick Kevin, you go first.
My favorite treat is something that I cook on the grill: steak, ribs, vegetables. I'm not a very sweet person, so I'm not an ice cream guy. I like anything that I can do on the grill.
Awesome, sounds
My
good.
daughter's call is prime rib and/or ribs, so I go with that.
Awesome. All right, we'll pick Matt. Go next.
I would say, well, I am an ice cream fan. I do like the sweets, but also like a nice cold beer. So, or a cold glass of wine if it's not too warm.
That sounds good. All right, and we'll pass it over to Steve next.
So my treat is actually playing a round of golf with some old buddies, or I love to get out in the woods, hiking or paddling with a good friend in the Finger Lakes or the Adirondacks. Although I have to admit that I have some commonality here with Kevin. I do like ribs, and I do some pretty damn good baby backs on the grill.
Nice. And we'll also bring out our one and only Ryan from Daily.
Ice cream,
Ice cream, which flavor?
chocolate, anything chocolate, peanut butter.
Oh, I
We
forgot now.
eat it. It's yeah, ice cream, 100%.
That's awesome. Cone or dish?
It doesn't matter.
All right.
I like
Matt?
flurries.
Oh, nice. Matt, are you a cone or dish person?
I'm with Ryan. Doesn't matter. Chocolate peanut butter can't go wrong.
Sounds good. And I think everyone did a great job of explaining some of the one of the questions I was going to ask everyone as well. But if you just want to do a quick summary in case some people missed it, or maybe they're filling out the survey, just a quick repeat of what types of installations you do. So we touched in our presentation that we offer the no-cost energy audits to all of our residents and then to our small businesses, and also mentioned that we offer, the heat pump water heaters, such as like Patty had put in, and also the air or ground source heat pumps. So why don't we go in the same order? So I think that was Kevin, Matt, Steve, then Ryan. And also tag in how you got into the business. I know some of you touched on that briefly before.
So we install a ground source, air source. We do ground source mini split systems, something that hasn't been talked about very frequently in these. So anything that you see with an air source mini split system, we can do that with ground source as well. High head, floor mount, ceiling mount, duct air handlers. Ground source, we do packaged forced air. We do hydronic systems, variable speed hydronic, fixed speed hydronic. We do hot heat pump hot water heaters. We do ground source hot water heaters, which is different than a superheater. And how did I get into the business? I got married in 2008, and I was told I had to grow up. I was a football coach for about 15 years of my life. And our family had just built our new building in Penn Yan, a climate controlled mini storage building that we installed a geothermal system in there. We were guided by the godfather of geothermal in central and western New York, John Manning. And I was intrigued with that. It married well with our drilling background. Started working in Rochester with Van He as an employee, learned the business. Partnered with a pretty amazing guy in Penn Yan to install systems by the name of Ryan, who you'll hear from shortly. And in 2015, I ended up purchasing Van He and finding out how much fun all of this is. So that's pretty much the background.
Awesome. Thanks, Kevin. That was fun to learn some new things too. All right, Nat, you're up next.
So what do we do? As I mentioned, there isn't a whole lot we don't do. But yeah, ground source heat pumps, air source heat pumps, heat pump water heaters, general electric and plumbing, insulation, air sealing, the energy assessment programs with NYSERDA, all of the NYSERDA grant programs and rebate programs. We've been doing that for many, many years. But as I said, pretty much if it needs to be done, we could probably do it. And if we can't do it, we know who can. So it's kind of easy for us to come in and solve your problems. Basement waterproofing is another big one that is a big part of, not necessarily an energy efficiency thing, but for a healthy homes thing and health and safety thing. So we really focus on that as part of our, not only are we doing that as part of the energy assessment, but we feel as a responsible contractor, we know that stuff and we should be looking for that stuff when we're in the house. Even if you don't ask for it. And a lot of times people don't have a clue what we're doing there. And then they find out all of the things that we do when we get there and all the things we look at and how in depth and intricate. I mean, I think I spent, 3 or 4 hours at Jim's house, going through with a fine tooth comb, digging, basically kicking over the rocks and trying to find everything. As far as being in the business, I don't know, Hal, do you want to take that one? It's more up your, it's more a
Yeah,
question.
sure,
for you, I think.
sure. I'll jump in, Matt. So I was very fortunate to go on a church youth group trip to Niagara Falls, and one of the chaperones was a master plumber from the Geneva Experimental Station, and he took me on as his apprentice at 12 years old. So I was very fortunate to get a very, very young start in this business. Got out of high school, went to work for a company out of Canandaigua. I took 4 years of night school, 4 nights a week while working. And then at the ripe age of 22, started Halco and went in business. So 37 years later, here we are. So that's the story.
Thanks, Hal. That's awesome. All right, Steve, you're up. Bring your golf club.
Unmute, yeah. So we're a little different in that for now, we're a specialty shop. We do geothermal and we specialize in hydronics as well, whether it's geothermal or otherwise. We'll probably add air source here this year, but we're not looking to be everything for everybody. We'll expand into commercial in the years to come, but right now we're residential and light commercial. So yeah, pretty short and sweet there. How I got into business. Well, I came from the corporate world, 25 years there, and I'd kind of burned out there. I was ready, and I'd had an entrepreneurial itch probably since I was a teenager, and had done various small businesses even while I was in the corporate world. And then it was purely by happenstance that I even learned what geothermal was. And back in 2015, before Kevin bought Van Hee, I was competing with him to buy Van Hee. Yeah. And in the process of that, I learned all about geothermal. Yeah, Kevin, your predecessors and maybe still your peers spilled a lot of the beans, and I appreciate that. Anyway, so I moped for about 3 or 4 months after I lost out on that. And before I decided, you know what, I'm going to start one from scratch. And that's what we did. In 2016, we formed. And of course, that was a pretty rough year with the federal tax credit going away. And before NYSERDA in New York State had woken up to geothermal. So there weren't very many incentives. Hunkered down and we got a lot of training. And by the time some of the incentives started to come back and the market came back, we were ready. And so it's been pretty rapid year-over-year growth the last 3 or 4 years, other than, of course, last year, which is a holding pattern. Yeah, so
Awesome.
A little bit of a strange way to get into this business, but glad I did.
That's great. And we're happy that the federal incentives came back too. That's a nice fit. Yay, 26%. All right. And Ryan, why don't you polish us off? I know you did a great introduction about your family, but we can dig a little deeper and feel free to expand on that.
So mine started more or less like Hale's. I was 12, 13, 10. My dad was a plumber, and he would pretty much leave all his fittings at home, and I had to have them ready for him when he got home, tubing all cut. He did boilers and plumbing. For as long as I can remember, I just went to work with him when I was every weekend and nights. And then I hated plumbing. So a bunch of my uncles were electricians. So while dad was doing the plumbing and I hated it, I went to work with them wiring houses when I was 15, 16, 17. And then as we got a little bit, I never went to college or anything, just kept working. And we started working for some general contractors, building houses and doing all the mechanicals. And we really just did radiant heat, boilers, and plumbing and electric. Had a homeowner wanted geo. I called Rich Moravik. Had no idea. He gives me John Manning's name. Called John, who walked me through the whole thing. Fortunately, the homeowner was awesome. Let us do it and pretty much let us learn on his system. We totally messed it all up. And
that was years ago.
Yeah, and it was right after that. Kevin calls me. He's like, "Hey, want to put a geo system in?" And like, yeah, sure. Let's see what happens. And we had grown to probably 10, 11 guys at that point. And we started, I don't know, we put a boatload of systems in, and then got more into air source and really focused on the hydronic stuff with geo, really like that. and kind of back down a little bit on the residential, the plumbing and electric. We still do. We have 3-4 contractors. We do 15 houses for a year pretty much. And basically it didn't grow, didn't get better until that I have no accounting skills whatsoever, and my wife does. So she quit her job as a nurse and came back, and everything, well, became much better. And we had a pretty good partnership for 4 or 5 years there, and with Kevin, and grew, and he went up there, and it's only gotten better. So that's our main focus is truly geo. I mean, that's what we want to do. So yeah, that's what we've done.
Awesome. Well, thank you everyone so much. And I also,
Erica, real quick. Funny
oh yeah,
thing,
go Kevin, go.
I talked to the guy maybe 3 months ago that just bought that house, Ryan, and he may have contacted you after the fact to come out there and service it. It was a homeowner that had no idea what he had in the basement.
I don't even know what we did at this point.
It was a hydronic system. It was the old Strawberry hydroponic farm there. And he wasn't real sure. He's like, should I rip this thing out and put in a propane boiler? And I'm like, no. And gave him a little walkthrough. And I think you may have gone out there and serviced it and got him up and going with everything. But yeah, he's a very happy customer now. Didn't know what he bought, but loves it.
Awesome. That's awesome, everyone. And I did want to do a sneak peek just to help with a couple odds and end projects. We are going to be working with a couple of our customers with Zero Draft. So Sean, if you want to say wave and say hi, he's also a Mutual Bills fan. So that should be a nice small partnership. So Sean, why don't you share your favorite treat and then just touch on a little bit about the weatherization that you'll help out with for some of our customers who need some support.
Absolutely. So my favorite treat is going to the ice cream shops around and getting ice cream with my daughter. She's always picking local ones like out in her area, King Cone and some other ones. It's a fun time. My favorite is chocolate peanut butter cup. And it's actually,
I see how this goes.
It's quite interesting. Everyone's kind of started up from a plumber. My grandpa had a heating and plumbing company growing up, and I did the same type of thing. Helped him out when I was a teenager, and then I got into this type of work doing insulation. And then it's been fun figuring out these programs that are focused to help out homeowners, and I love optimizing things that we can offer.
Awesome. So thank you so much. Zero Draft will be helping with some of those projects. And yeah, if you wanted to add a couple last words, Sean, go right ahead. Thank you again.
Yeah, so we offer insulation, air source heat pumps, heating systems. We can work with subcontractors to do geothermal systems. So we do the energy audit, comprehensive. So yeah, we are looking forward to participate in this program and help out where we can.
Yeah, so Zero Draft's going to help with, we have a special program where we need a little bit extra with weatherization. And so it'll be a great team effort. So thank you very much. So why don't we open up the floor to Q&A? Nathan, did we have some questions come in from the Facebook Live?
No, nothing from the Facebook Live. So no questions. So I think any questions were going to be on the Zoom.
All right. Jeremy, any in the chat?
No, nothing on my end.
All right, I guess we wowed people. Why don't people go ahead, and if you'd like to unmute and ask any questions, it could be about technology, the HeatSmart program, or contractors, whatever you would like. Go right ahead, Sarah.
Sorry, let me wait for this truck to go by.
No, you're fine. I know how that goes.
It was too nice to sit inside. First of all, thank you for this. It's been amazing, and I'm just sitting here regretting that I haven't taken the time to learn more previously. What I'm curious about is, what are you finding to be the biggest barriers? Because everything I'm hearing is just a no-brainer. I have like furious notes and definitely look forward to doing the energy audit. So what is the biggest barrier to getting people just to sort of pay attention and at least do the audit?
Matt or Hal, do you want to tackle that one?
Yes, I mean, when it comes to the energy audit, barrier, I don't really know if it's a barrier, but it's just not very well advertised. People don't know. That's, I guess, the biggest barrier is just not knowing. But when in actuality, anybody in New York State that pays a public utility can get a no-cost energy assessment through NYSERDA. So it doesn't cost them anything just to have somebody come out and look at their house. I mean, there's a lot of different reasons that some folks may choose not to do something. Obviously there's always the cost factor. Not everybody, can make something happen, but I mean, to one of the slides before was, can you afford to not do something? Which is 100% true. I guess it's just understanding, some folks, they know what they know and they don't care to change. So that's a barrier too. And it's understanding and education and taking the time to want to learn it. But there's plenty of folks out there that, okay, I've had this for this long. It works fine. I don't know anything about this new thing, which isn't new. Folks just, again, information, education, and getting it out to people, and getting people to understand it is probably the biggest barrier.
That's helpful. Jeremy, I saw there's a question that popped up in the chat. Could you read that off and we'll pick one of the contractors to answer that?
Yeah, so this is from Christine. I'm wondering about delays for ordering equipment and installation timing with all of the incentives, and also coming out of the pandemic and facing shortages. Air source heat pumps is our key interest in maybe installation, but I've heard about shortages and price increases.
Ryan or Kevin, do one of you want to tackle that one?
I don't think we've had a real difficult time getting equipment. We've had a difficult time getting panels and breakers and stuff like that to feed them. But as far as the actual equipment, especially geothermal, we have not had a real slowdown. We've had price increases across the board on everything. I think everybody's pretty aware of that. But we have not really seen a huge slowdown. How about the rest of you guys?
No, I'd agree with you, Ryan. Most distributors that we work with or direct from manufacturing have leveraged themselves well enough based on feedback going on, what's happening here in New York State and how aggressive we are and how we're moving projects. It's, it used to be a 3-day turnaround for a heat pump. Now it might be 5 or 6 days for a custom built system. But a air source heat pump, we can pretty much go pick one off the shelf. So depends on what you're doing, obviously, but I've not really seen a big issue with it. Price increases, inflation, I mean, that's just kind of normal course of business right now. It'll be cyclical, we think, but it's minor, 3 to 5%. It's not major. We try to absorb that as much as we can without impacting consumer costs.
That's why we picked you for our team. Awesome. Sean, did you want to add anything? Have you noticed on the weatherization front, if you and Matt would like to tag team that one? Have you seen any increase in costs going up for any of that work?
No, I know I heard a lot of talk about shortages of foam, but we have such a high storage that it didn't actually affect us. So we're good there.
Now, did you want to take on anything?
What's that?
Did you want to take on anything?
Yeah, so I mean, there's it was obviously there's shortages and things. For the most part, spray foam is probably one of the challenging ones. We do we use a lot of spray foam, probably more than anybody in the area, that's for sure. But so yeah, procuring that, and we are buying it directly from the manufacturers. It's just can't make it quick enough. But we're managing. We have our ways. We have ways to solve those problems.
Yeah, I've been really excited about the different ways you've been coming with those solutions. So thank you. Appreciate it. Are there other questions
Hal's waving his hand there. I don't know.
Oh, he's out of my view. Hal, please go ahead. Sorry, I should move my screen around so I can see everyone. Go ahead, Hal.
I don't think he can unmute himself.
Oh, Alan will unmute him. Where are you, Hal?
Okay. Yeah, thanks. So I just wanted to expand on Sarah's question. A a lot of people call the energy audits free energy audits, and we like to refer to them as no cost energy audits. And they're no cost because people have paid for them over the years as part of their utility bill, that small little system benefit charge, the SBC charge. So they're already paid for. And as energy efficiency contractors out doing the audit, we're being paid to come and do it for the homeowners. So, you know, it's not like we have to come in and high pressure somebody to buy something, because we're being paid to be there at the home and do the audit. And so that's just a wonderful way to do business. You know, we can come in and do this audit and get paid for our time. And then, you know, if the homeowner wants help to proceed with other measures, whether it's insulation, air sealing, or a heat pump of some sort, that's great. And if not, no worries, because, you know, we provide the audit and we got paid for our time, and we're on to do the next audit. So I just like to have people understand that it's not free. You've already paid for it, and it's no cost because you've already paid for it. And NYSERDA does pay us a fee to do it. So I think it's important for people to understand that.
No, I think that's perfect. And a lot of people, like, that's a great attitude too. It's like, you prepaid to do it, so enjoy and take advantage of it.
Yeah, I like to tell people, when was the last time you went to the grocery store, you pay for your groceries, and you leave them sit at a counter? So.
Oh, I like that. I'm going to steal that from you, pal, just so you know.
Erica, if I might, could I respond to
oh, please do.
And maybe I come from a little bit different perspective, because I haven't been in the industry that long as compared to, goodness, Hal. So one of the things that I noticed when I came into this industry were, well, a couple of things that I noticed as barriers. In fact, I have a page on our website about, if this is so great, how come everybody isn't doing it? Well, one is, until recently, there was no financing, no long-term financing for geothermal projects. It's only been in the last few years that financial institutions have woken up to, this is a long-term asset, and we can do 15 to 20-year terms. And that's a big one, right? Because the big nut up front sometimes. Another is certainly awareness, like Matt talked about, and people are just ignorance to the possibilities. But another one, maybe on the opposite side of that coin, is they've heard about geothermal and it hasn't been all good. Let's face it, before NYSERDA came out with some requirements to participate in the rebate program, anybody and their brother could do geothermal with very little background knowledge or experience. And they put in some pretty bad systems, and word gets around. And the next thing you know, everybody thinks that geothermal is this big boondoggle. But that's thankfully been cleaned up by certification by NYSERDA as a requirement to participate in the rebate program. So I think there's some real infrastructure changes that have occurred that have allowed us to grow where we're at today, or on a path to heavy growth.
And thanks for bringing that up, Steve. Like, as part of the process of our review committee, that test, thank you for letting us borrow you for that, as well as other people that Arlene and other people volunteered. All of our contractors are certified. They go through rigorous trainings and certifications to do the New York State Clean Heat Program, to offer the incentives through NYSEG and other utilities. Hal and his crew with the Weatherization, and Zero Draft with their Weatherization crew, go through Building Performance Institute certifications, fancy words for making sure they're darn good building scientists to help take care of our homes and small businesses. So we've been extremely excited and very lucky to have them become part of our team. Are there any other comments or questions people have? You're welcome to unmute yourself, or if you want to tuck it in the chat, that is fine with us. Feel free to try to give us a good curveball if you like.
I'll chime in on the barrier too, Erica. Probably the biggest barrier that I've seen doing this for as long as I have is doing nothing, or staying the course. They're comfortable keeping their gas furnace. They're comfortable keeping their propane furnace. They're scared of perceived cost. They've heard perceived benefits. They've heard horror stories. They've heard success stories. At the end of the day, it comes down to lack of asking a question and finding out how it relates to their individual situation. Every home is different. Every situation is unique. The group of contractors that are represented here, and on a broader scale, those represented across the entire state that have, for the most part, now partnered with NYSERDA and the utilities, there's a much greater sharing of knowledge and information and training and techniques and heat pump technology that it's much easier to handle any given situation. In other words, one of my favorite commercials, and I've stolen the tagline, is that State Farm commercial. We know a thing or two because we've seen a thing or two. And before, that used to be trade secret type, I know what I can do and I know what my competitor can't do. And that's just not the case anymore. I'm a board member for New York Geo, and we've hosted conferences now for the last 4 years where various people give presentations and discussions and breakout sessions. And it's a great way to exchange information and ideas. And every system, every audit, every upgrade is a opportunity to broadcast to friends, neighbors, communities, and that is growing. And the HeatSmart programs have done a good job of expanding that. It's, the barrier is, in my opinion, the past. I think that we are moving forward. In 5 years, it's a completely different story than it was 5 years ago. By the time we get to 2026, it's going to look way different than it does right now. So I think barriers are being broken.
Awesome. And with that being said, we have a last question we would love to answer is, after this presentation, after hearing from our wonderful teammates, what do I do next if I want to go with one of the contractors or a couple of them for doing weatherization and heat pumps? So what you can do is you can go ahead and tomorrow, go ahead and give me a call at 607-535-7161, otherwise known as the Extension Office in Schuyler. Or you can send me an email. Jeremy, could you pop my email in there, please? Sorry, the HeatSmart one. And we can get you connected. Our website also that was posted earlier has I'm excited or I'm interested page where you can let us know that you would like us to reach out to you. And then we'll have a chat and I can give you as much or little support as you would like. I am perfectly fine doing hand holding. And then let me know who you would want to work with to start. And I'll get you connected to Steve, Kevin, Hal, Sean, or Ryan. So thank you everyone for coming tonight. We could not have done this without the intuition of all of my predecessors before. A big shout out to Phil Cherry, who has since retired, but I'm ever indebted to him. And thank you to all our partners, our presenters, and everyone. And thank you so much. And our program would not even exist without all of you in our community. So thank you so much. We will be posting this hopefully on our website soon. Stay tuned for our upcoming events on our webpage. And till then, have a wonderful, beautiful night. Go outside.
Great job, Erica.
Thank you.
Thank you, everyone. Take care. Bye.
So.
Up today.